Hi, I'm Paolo from Coastline's Career Services, and in this video, I'll be showing you 3 ways to beat the job search burnout. So first of all, I'd like to acknowledge your experience and what you're going through. It's a very stressful process. So I just want to say that it takes about 3 to 6 months to land on a new jobs, according to Flex Jobs. So I've been there myself. It took me 125 applications, 24 interviews to land my current role right now. So it's very competitive, and keep in mind that a degree or certificate alone is not going to guarantee you a job. It could increase your chances, but it's not going to guarantee you a job. So first things first is shifting your mindset. Don't feel like it's you. As I mentioned before, it's just very competitive out there. So if you think about it, if you submit an application, you're one out of possibly hundreds of those who applied for the same position. So think about your competition. They may have more experience, they may have more education, they may have more skills. So maybe you're just not standing out. So don't feel like it's you. It's just very competitive. It's definitely a struggle. And also, keep in mind that this phase of your life is temporary. It's not forever going to be like this. It's not permanent. Just think about it as temporary, and also acknowledge that this is just part of the journey. So rejections are also part of the journey. You might be getting a lot of denial letters or emails, for example. It's all good. Just think about it as it's their loss, because again, it's very competitive. I always tell students to have the mindset of apply, don't think about it, and move on. And also take advantage of the free time that you won't have once you start working. A lot of times when you start working, you start thinking, oh man, I really wish I can, have all this free time now. So take advantage of that free time that you have right now. And second part is creating your schedule. So figuring out a schedule that works best. For example, for me, I'm more of a morning person, so my brain stops working after like 3 p.m. for example. So I may do my job search first thing in the morning. So let's say from 7 to 10 a.m. I'm going to focus on job applications, preparing for job interviews, whatever. And for you, you might be more of a night owl and function better at 3 a.m. in the morning. So do what works for you. Also, taking care of your physical health, exercising, walking, taking care of your mental health, doing your hobbies, your interests, and also scheduling in your social health. So that's your family, your friends, whatever it is. You don't just want to do job search all day long. Like that's just gonna, there's only so much job openings that could pop up. So keep in mind, worrying is not going to accelerate your job process. So stick to your schedule, stay productive, stay busy. You will eventually land on something. And the last one, probably the most important, is reaching out for help. So people deal with stress differently. Some withdraw, some distract themselves, some engage in very unhealthy behaviors. So first of all is your friends and family. That's your social circle. They might have connections that could potentially open up opportunities, and all you gotta do is ask. Second is mental health counselors. So over at Coastline, you have access to mental health counselors. These cost hundreds of dollars outside of the college, so take advantage of these resources. They are trained to help you overcome your stressors, anxieties, and worries. So take advantage of these resources. And lastly, career services. So again, this is what I specialize in. I'm here for you in this process, and make sure you eventually land on something. And how can career services help you? Many ways. Optimizing your job search process. So many students typically make common mistakes. So for example, they'll only go on Indeed and apply only on Indeed. That's mistake number one. Two is they'll use the same resumes over and over again and apply for hundreds of jobs. So these should really be tailored, even slightly. So tailoring resumes, tailoring cover letters. So there's a lot of ways of methods and approaches that you're probably not implementing that I could show you. That way you increase your chance even more. So helping you connect with employers, recruiters, job fairs, job leads, for example. And you could also check in with me every single week just to make sure you're on track and eventually landing on something. So again, this process can be very stressful and can take some time, but you will overcome this. So 3 things: shift your mindset, create a schedule, and reach out for help. Apply these 3 actions to reduce or prevent your job burnout. And to set an appointment with me over at Career Services, I'll put the description down below, and I'll talk to you soon.